And the other movie I'm gonna jump into is Bumblebee, which stars Haley Steinfeld and John Cena. And this movie is about Charlie, a 17-year-old girl who is on the cusp of turning 18 and is trying to find her place in the world after losing her father, who passed away years ago. She discovers Bumblebee, a battle-scarred, broken Autobot who is sent on a mission to Earth to protect it until the rest of the Autobots can make it there in safety from a civil war raging on their planet between the Decepticons and Autobots. But while he's there, he befriends Charlie, and together they form a friendship in which she ends up helping him fight the Decepticons that are tracking him, as well as the government who thinks that he's a threat. One of the things about this movie I like is Haley Steinfeld as the main character. She did a remarkable job in her role and is truly a standout in her performance. But to be honest, that's not really saying too much because everyone else around her didn't do a great job or just not a good job at all. As she plays her character good with the dramatic scenes and everything that comes with selling her character to the audience, not a lot of the other characters really stood out, but I think that was on purpose to make her relationship with Bumblebee the highlight of the film, and Bumblebee also was a huge highlight of the film for me. The chemistry between both characters, the humor, it all worked, and she isn't like Shia LaBeouf's character. She doesn't play an overcrowding role overshadowing the title character, Bumblebee. Each character is given their time to shine separately and together. And I know a lot of reviewers or critics may make comparisons of E.T., but honestly, personally, that didn't bother me. I went into it hopefully to see a good movie, and that's exactly what I got. And the CG looks incredible. It blended in nicely with everything, but one of the highlights of the film for me is, unlike the other Transformer films, the action scenes are easy to make out, and it is just not a clusterfuck of things happening that we're supposed to think is fighting, and it just turns out to be visual noise. And the romantic element of the movie with her and the boy next door playing as her love interest didn't work for me, and it could have been cut out the movie and it would have been all the better for it. And lastly, let me not forget about the villains. The villains in the film are just simply just villains, nothing more, nothing less. They didn't really have any depth to them. They just came to Earth just to do bad things and stop Bumblebee, and that's the extent of just the description of them. But, and also let me not forget to mention John Cena's acting is just horrible in this movie, but he does deliver one of the funniest lines of the movie, pointing out why the humans shouldn't trust the Decepticons because simply their name is the Decepticons, and saying that doesn't raise any red flags to you. But overall, this is a fun action adventure sci-fi movie, one of the better Transformer films, but that's not saying too much if you've seen the other Transformer films. It does have a lot of elements that work for it, from the characters to the relationships that they form, the action elements with the great special effects, the story, and it has some elements that didn't work for the film. And it really does have a lot to offer, and it is a step in the right direction for the Transformer films if they do not try to bring out a sixth film and carry on from the regular franchise but restart anew. But it is definitely worth checking out, and I give it an 8. I really did enjoy it.